Good morning, friends. How are we doing today? Another exciting day has brought us a new portal, so let's see what Empires and Puzzles brought us today. It is going to be the Beowulf summon. So, in this particular one, it looks like they're releasing a brand new hero, which is normal, of course, and this guy is going to be called Wiglaf? Wiglaf? Sure. I do think his shield looks pretty awesome. Like, I like the glowing runes and everything like that, though I don't know if he looks very intimidating himself, but his equipment sure does, so that's something. All right, so what's this guy all about? Well, first of all, he's going to be Paladin class, so that's going to make him a little bit tankier by nature. He does get that 20% or he does get that armor boost. And then also family bonus, a reminder of what the Beowulf family does. It's going to be a bonus for one or two heroes with a 75/100% chance to cleanse a random cleansable status ailment from all allies when this character receives damage from an enemy's special skill. This effect can activate only once per turn. I do like that. I do like getting that free cleanse when these characters are hit with special skills. Even if you just have one, 75% chance happens most of the time. So it's pretty cool. But if you get two and get to that 100%, it's just that much likelier that you're getting free, well, I should say free dispels, not cleanses. But anyway, moving past that, we also have passives. Of course, we have perfect accuracy. This character cannot miss their targets. We also have the empowered resist mana reduction. This character is immune to mana reductions. And not only that, for each attempt, they will gain, or this one will gain 600 boosted health and 10% mana each time they resist. So I love that for him too. There's a lot of mana control in today's meta. So this particular passive is super powerful. Then we also have stacking attack on damage received. This character basically is going to increase their attack by 30% each time they take damage from special skills. And it can stack up to 10 times for a max of 300% attack. Now, it's unlikely he'll get to a stack of 10 doing this, but if he ever did, that's quite a bit of extra power. Now, we also have the Aether Power of Attack Up. This is going to give him just that flat 20% increase to attack for the first 6 turns, which will probably be helpful for him to at least cast a special. Let's see what his special is all about. We have Stalwart to the End. So this is going to be operating at fast speed. So maybe maybe you can possibly get 2 off in 6 turns if you get really lucky. But either way, the first special should easily go off within the first 6 turns, dealing 400% damage to the target and nearby enemies. It's also going to do the damage increase by 25% per defeated ally. So he does get stronger as more of his allies drop. The target and nearby enemies receive 981 burn damage over 3 turns. All allies who have 50% or less HP left get additional plus 40% power to their special skills for 3 turns. This effect cannot be dispelled. Okay, geez. I feel like there's a lot going on with this guy that we should probably sit and have a quick discussion about, right? So that people can have an idea of whether this guy's good, whether he's bad. Let's start out with some of the basics. We did already talk about how this guy's very useful in the mana meta with his passives. He can't miss his targets. Those are all good. And the stacking attack is great. Like, he's got a great passive package, which makes him already pretty good in my opinion. So his special, as long as it's not terrible, I'd say this guy is already worth it. But this special is interesting. And I say interesting because I'm not sure whether it's one that I should like or not. And I'll go into further detail. First of all, one, he's a fast Reaper hit. So target nearby. 400% pretty okay for fast to 3. Like, there's no problems with that. He also is going to increase that damage by 25% per defeated ally. So that's where this guy can get interesting. If he's alive at the end of a fight, but you've lost some of your other people, he is going to hit significantly harder. So let's say 2 allies are down, his special goes off. You're basically doing a 600% hit to target and nearby instead, which it has a lot more impact, especially with the pretty reasonable attack stat this guy has. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's cool, but it's weird. I don't really like effects that increase him if you have dead people on your team, because I don't think there should ever be an encouragement to have dead people on your team. So like, it's fine. It's really not that important, but this guy could be fun, especially when you're doing weird things like your daily raid quests that say raid with a 3 or 4 star, and they usually die like immediately. That's actually just going to make this guy stronger for clearing that raid. So I don't think that's a particularly strong reason to want to search for this guy, but like, I guess it's cool. And then also we have the target and nearby enemies get that 981 burn damage for 3 turns. So that's gonna be what, like 327-ish or so. Like 327 a turn is not bad, but I don't love that it's fire damage. Mostly because I think fire damage has the most weaknesses in the game currently. There's a lot of things that resist fire damage. So it makes it difficult to use a guy like this on defense because there are too many counters that will pick on him because of it, the fire damage. So I just don't know if I love that part of it, but probably useful on offense for sure, because you just take him against a team that doesn't resist fire damage. So I'm definitely leaning towards this being an offensive character, not a defensive one. All allies who have 50% health or less get the plus 40% power to special skills for 3 turns. This effect can't be cleansed. That's nice, but it's very conditional again. 50% health or less is again sort of encouraging you to have people living on the edge of death, right? Like this guy is very much a gambler. Like he's probably out there gambling all day in the back, throwing bones or whatever these guys did to gamble back then. Anyway, I don't love that either because I don't want my people under 50%. It's never my goal. So using this guy, you'd almost want to wait until people are lower, but then you're tempting fate. Like, do they die the next turn? Or maybe you cast this guy. Sorry, you cast this guy first, and then you cast your heal for the turn. I can understand that. Like that might be a thing. But again, I don't love it. I think it's a very weird condition that I don't think was necessary. They could have just allowed him to do that on characters that were at full health too. But that is not what they decided to do. So all in all, let's give this guy a ranking, a grading. Let's get that out of the way. Scale of 1 to 10. Remember 7 being like an average character at release. I think this guy's look, I want. He's probably an 8, but because of the way that he's restricted, maybe maybe I'm going to bump him down a little. He's like a 7.5, right? Like he's got a lot of really cool stuff going on. Like, and I think he can be useful. I think he's got too many negatives for putting him on your defensive team, and I think his conditional effects. I mean, he's not really affecting everyone all the time. You need the right stuff going on. I just don't love that either. So I will put this guy at a 7.5. Like he's still better than average, but I just don't think he quite hit the mark. Okay, everyone, thanks for joining in. And again, if you do like what I do, there is a little button at the bottom right. Just click that thing, subscribe. That way you don't have to find me again in the future. And I look forward to catching you next time. Have a good one.